Beneath the streets of Washington, D.C., a 140-year-old sewer tunnel was on the brink of collapse. What followed was a high-stakes, fast-tracked rehabilitation project that brought together D.C. Water and trusted partners to protect public safety and restore critical infrastructure.
Our journey on this project began when we received a phone call from DC Water, and there was a significant distress within their northwest boundary trunk sewer. Within 12 hours of when we received that phone call, we were able to mobilize to the site and do an inspection of the line to identify the extent of the distress.
There was a massive hole in the top of the pipe, and there was a void in the soil where all the soil was washed out all the way up to the bottom of the pavement.
The LiDAR inspections came in to get the full total volumes of the voided space. It was about 470 cubic feet of missing soil.
We were located on Embassy Row.
There's a lot of embassies around there. And then there was an apartment building across the street with a lot of residents.
We did have a nearby school and church located right just south of our primary staging area.
So it was a decision DC Water did not take lightly to make sure that they were effectively protecting the public while also maintaining the most access to the surrounding streets.
Because this was an emergency situation, design build was utilized to help fast track the project. We were able to work closely with design partners, stakeholders like the Department of Transportation, DDOT, and DC Water to come together, collaborate on the best approach, and get it moving as quickly as possible.
Because of the long-standing partnership we have with DC Water, they worked with us on a quick iteration of different solution development.
Multiple repair options were evaluated, including carbon fiber reinforced polymer, a solution DC Water has used extensively. However, because the pipeline had to remain in service, site conditions ultimately made reinforced shotcrete with geopolymer the most feasible choice. The first phase of the project involved stabilizing the soil and reinforcing the tunnel around the initial void.
The duration for the project was a little over 3 months for phase one. We worked 6 to 7 days a week, around the clock at times during the majority of the steel reinforcement installation.
When we finished that repair, we were able to open up one lane of traffic to allow one lane through on the northbound side. That alleviated some of the stress on the community.
Once phase one took place, DC Water knew that it was important to avoid having the same community disrupted with additional issues shortly thereafter, should something happen either upstream or downstream. So they made the decision to continue and to address the other areas that also faced significant concern of failure.
Phase 2 of this rehabilitation project expanded the effort, extending 950 linear feet upstream and 175 linear feet downstream to repair vulnerable sections of the aging pipeline, which include longitudinal cracks, missing cobblestones and bricks, as well as voids behind the cobblestones.
We installed 25,450 rebar anchors, 139,000 linear feet of rebar. We installed 153 cubic yards of shotcrete and 328 cubic yards of geopolymer.
When we come on site, they know that they're going to get a quality repair. We're going to do it as safe as possible, and we're going to do it within the timeline and the budget that we provide. At the completion of the project, we were 1 month ahead of schedule, and we were also under budget.
We did have 0 OSHA recordables. A lot went into making that happen, including protecting our people from a PPE standpoint.
To be able to come together, collaborate on solutions, and get feet on the ground to start repairs and have that completely fixed within a matter of months, that was a very exciting effort on all teams involved.
What we love about working with this key owner of choice is DC Water brings all the right decision makers to the table, and we're able to quickly work through the decision process so that we can understand how to best move forward effectively.
Thanks to rapid response, engineering innovation, and collaborative leadership, DC Water and its partners transformed a high-risk emergency into a success story. In the heart of our nation's capital, they extended the life of a historic system and protected the people, infrastructure, and institutions that rely on it every day.